Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. For those of you who like to collect stuff like I do, it's getting to be time to put some of it away. And some of you guys own these tarp buildings, and I just want to show you what I've done to kind of make myself a little more space. I set up a back shelf. It's like 32 inches deep, so that comes from the back wall, and you guys can see I have a lot of tires stacked on that. I kind of have them organized by what kind they are and so forth. All the tires inside are really in pretty decent shape, and I do plan on keeping them. But I redid the rack, and that had been back there for a while, but I redid it so it's less has less potential of falling over and dropping tires all over everything underneath it. So that's first of all. Secondly, I installed, I guess we can call it a shelf down the center. Let me get a distance away so perhaps you guys could see it better. This shelf, loft, whatever you want to call it, is 4 foot wide and 8 foot long. So between this shelf and that back shelf, I've increased the size of this building quite a lot. The building is 144 square feet, 12 by 12, and by adding this thing, this is 4 by 8, which is 32. And then the thing in the back is about 12 by 3.5. What's that? Or 2.5, somewhere around 30 square feet. So when you put those two numbers together, you come up with another 64 square feet. Not a bad addition to the 144 already. I've basically brought this tarp building up over 200 square feet. What I've put down the center are a bunch of snow blowers, and they could come right out, right? You just fold those things down and take them right on out. So they're right down the center, and it's easy enough to wheel those right out. If you take a look at the way I put the legs on the platform, notice I tucked them in a little bit. That makes it easier to pull the quads in and out, because I got that piece of steel there, right, and the legs over there, so it's easy to bring them in and then just kick the back wheels around. I've loaded this side with what's going to go more or less here. These are a pair of 200 SXs, snow blowers in the center. I have just some plywood here that's storing in the being dry. I also have some wood along this edge here. That wood really needs to go. My plan is not to keep this guy and the other two bikes there. Quite honestly, I'd like to get another bike or two up on top. I really wouldn't mind getting this guy up on top, but I don't think I'm going to have enough space for that. In the two slots I have remaining, I have that's a TRX 200 that needs to go in there, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put that guy, which is known as a KEF 300, or something else in there. I don't, maybe the 300EX or the 250, the TRX 250. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure which other one is going to join that, but I'd like to get that in there. Does that solve all my storage problems? The answer is no. But at this point, and I have to be careful, I don't want to make it look like I'm overly advertising for anyone, but I'm able to walk through my garage from one end to the next and walk out. I've also decided to take some time and set up shelving in between the garage doors. I used angle iron on the front of the shelf and just 2x2 for the back of the shelf. You guys remember, I already set up this platform. So without a crazy effort, though very time consuming, I have managed to improve my storage situation a bit. You guys could see that the TRX 400 ES is out. And I was surprised about how easily it started. Joke is here somewhere. It has a little bit of valve noise. I deliberately set up the valves kind of loose. Choke's on. Does smoke a touch. So I turned the gas off, so it might have just run itself out. So there we are. Making a lot of progress, just not quickly enough. Today, what is it, the 25th? So I'm less than a week away from November. I have a lot to do. I think you guys, for the back of the shop, there's more I want to do back there, and I think when it's all done, you guys will be impressed that this place is actually coming to life. When I built this garage, and many of you guys know this garage well, it was never built for storage. It's 24 by 24 with a loft, and there's a staircase to get up there, a fold down staircase. This was never set up for storage. What it was always supposed to be was a functioning shop. At least 2 bays of it was supposed to be a functioning shop. It was never meant for the storage role that it took over. But I mean, if you start counting bikes in here, right? This is one. There's a Cushman, which doesn't exist anymore, YouTube, so you don't need to drop this video because I said the word Cushman. But anyway, the Cushman's underneath. That's one of those 3-wheeler dump trucks. There's another 2 up here. So there's 4 right here. The ES is going to go back over there temporarily, which is 5. There's one here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then the ones on top take us probably close to 30, right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, up to 25 anyway. That's a lot of stuff to have in your garage if you're also hoping to spin a few wrenches in here. So I'm obviously trying to get some kind of control over that, especially when you bring things in like a shop crane, which takes up a good little bit of space, and you're trying to, you know, have a drill press, a chop saw. There was a saw here for woodworking, right? You're trying to keep the welder and the other stuff available. I mean, little compressor, the welder. I'm also thinking of putting this compressor upstairs. I have some repair work to do on it, but it works well. But I'm thinking of putting this upstairs, running the air down, running an air hose down, and then that'll give me quite a bit of volume. And quite honestly, it'll help me have less compressors. 1, 2, and I think there's others floating around here somewhere also. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys are getting yourself set up for winter. Going into winter successfully means being organized. For friends of mine out there, like Hillbilly Homestead Mike up there, I mean, you very quickly realize if you're up in the North Country, if you're not set up, if you don't have your firewood cut, if you don't have a shop set up, if your vehicles aren't ready to go and so forth, how much trouble winter could be for you. It could be quite honestly a painful experience that you feel like you're fighting every day to survive. So the better prepared you are going into winter, the easier winter is. Alright folks, I really want to thank you guys for watching and commenting and subscribing. Please keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and get out there and enjoy each and every day. Bye now folks.